multiple hatcheries going, he's gonna, once he hits into macro mode here, like now, then he's gonna be pretty deadly. And I think he already had a spore colony up or two. Well, he might even have a spore colony because he has enough Hydralisk to do a lot of damage to the Corsairs going by. But I'm just worried. I mean, Movie certainly has got some good scouting in, but he really has. Look, and he's not even killing any Overlords at all. I don't think we've seen one Overlord. Maybe there was one Overlord. Oh, and Scourge coming in as well. And unfortunately, on the run there, if he had, oh, and losing. Wow. Not a good idea to stop there. I guess he thought he had enough Corsairs, and he would have had enough Corsairs had they been able to range those Scourge, but coming right on there like that just doesn't do anything. Templar Archives going up, so we are going to see some Templars coming out here, and just really Movie focusing more on kind of what you said, Steve, on kind of turtling up and just getting his tech up and getting his army built, which is okay for the time being because the same way he hasn't harassed Shine hasn't really harassed him. So I think it's going to come to kind of just a big army and big kind of crash in the middle here in a few moments.
Yeah, well, it's still been a pretty significant loss, though. Movie lost, I think, 3 or 4, yeah, probably by now, actually, 4 or 5 Corsairs. He lost a shuttle with the Reaver, so that's a lot of gas wasted. I mean, there were a lot of Scourge used, and it looks like Speed Zealots now on the move, no +1, but that is a lot of Speed Zealots. Oh, and again, Movie needs to be more careful with these Corsairs. I really think that, you know, Protoss losing air dominance is something that Protosses just do way too much, and I think it can really be a breaker because, especially on a map like this, if Movie wants to switch to Mulus at any point, as soon as those Corsairs are down, he can. And think about it right now, if Movie, or if Shine were to switch to Mutas, there's only a few Sairs, and the rest of his army, Movie's army, is so Zealot heavy that they wouldn't be able to do crap. But in the meantime, there is 2 Reavers though out. Actually, I didn't know he had that many Reavers, so Movie doing a pretty good job macroing. He does have the Reavers. That Hydra Force is not going to be able to break against those 2 Reavers unless he can pick off those Reavers. So Movie moving into this third, though, he needs to pick those Reavers. I don't know where his shuttle is. He is getting a couple Hydras being careless with his Corsairs, but you know what? We saw him be careless with his Corsairs against 0, and he still won the game. So as long as Movie, but he's going to lose his Reaver. That's something he can't be careless with. The Scarab is not going off. Scarab duds.
What the
Waits
heck?
too long and duds, but that's a lot of Zealots, so I do think he is going to get some damage on here, but some of the Zealots popping. If Shine focuses down some of the Zealots, it looks like he is, and this Reaver is probably going to go down from behind, so Shine doing a really good job holding this off. That Reaver only took, you know, 1 Hydra. One more shot gets quite a few Hydras, but Shine has held, so man,
Shine, great
Movie
job.
in a really big problem right now. That's a lot of Hydras, and again, he's got the economy now, and this is where we're going to see that huge mid-game push. A ton of Templar out for a Movie, and he's pumping Zealots at this point. He's doing kind of the same thing he did with his 0 and just get, like, you know, 5 gateways and just pump units. But he's definitely behind at this point because, you know, Shine definitely got the map control with that victory there.
Yeah, and I feel like he almost should have waited for at least a couple Templars and, you know, maybe even gotten a second shuttle and had 1 shuttle that had Reavers and 1 that had Templars. A drop is going to come in here, and we have seen this done a few times by Zerg on this map. I don't think Movie suspects it at all, although he does have that pylon out there. Big, huge Doom drop coming in. Movie sees it now, but that is a ton of Hydralisk. It all depends on Storms right here. No! And seeing that there is enough Zealots there, and probably also seeing the Templars coming up, because there was plenty of Templars to be able to ward that off. And here we go in with an attack here. Probably some Templars trying to get some Storm! Psy Storm! No! No Psy Storm coming at all. Oh, and going to lose the shuttle as well. Shuttle getting sandwiched between Scourge, and still getting 1 Storm off, though getting only 3 kills, unfortunately. And Movie with a failed attack there, although I don't know if Shine saw that, so Movie might be able to go in there right now. Interesting decision by Shine to pull back, and I think that's... Oh, very good Storm. Oh, getting even more kills there as well. No, not getting very many kills, so 8 kills total. 6 of those, I believe, were drones, so not a bad little harassment. At least stopped mining. So that's definitely what Movie needs to do here. I was going to say, with Shine and that drop, I feel like that's kind of... Shine made a good decision there to not just rush in because he would have got totally stormed. And I think that's probably something that Movie should have done, shown a little more restraint when he saw those Hydralisks and not just rushing in and attack. But he is macroing up, as you see. Maelstrom is assuming why we have that Dark Archon. I've seen Maelstrom used extremely well, especially for something like this where there's a possible drop where you can Maelstrom the Overlords or you can Maelstrom the Mutalisks here that are coming out for the mid-game Templar sniping. So I really hope Movie can use this to his advantage. If he can get an Archon out there and Maelstrom these Mutalisks, he can take all of them out in seconds. And here we go. Probably not enough energy, but a lot of Dragoons, very Dragoon heavy. So what we're going to see here in a moment His movie's going to move out with a lot of Dragoons, with the Maelstrom and his High Templars, and that is going to be his kind of mid-game push. I'm not sure how well it's going to fare here. We're going to have to see basically perfect micro from Movie to try to fight off all of Shine's forces, but it certainly is possible.
Yeah, I think it was probably the smart idea that Shine pulled back that Doom Drop, but at the same time, that little harassment by Movie was pivotal. Not that it did that much damage, but it was pivotal in that it brought all of Shine's army back and just bought Movie time so that Movie could get this giant force out here. If Shine actually would have just pushed in the front, not even Doom Drop, just pushed in the front, he might have been able to do some damage to Movie. And again, we're seeing what I was talking about earlier. Movie still doesn't have his third, and I think that is honestly the way to go on this map. If you can continue building units at a fast-paced rate here, it's better to do that. And it looks like the Muto's going to try to come in and get the Templar. They do get Templar. They do hit Maelstrom. No, if we can see a storm, all those Mutos are going to go down. And a brilliant move. Shine did not see that coming, did not know about the Maelstrom. That sucks, but a huge Doom Drop going off at the same time. Tons of Hydras in the base, and it looks like these Zealots are going to get massacred by Lurkers. Whose multitasking is going to reign supreme here, we're not sure, but it's going to make a huge deal here. Who can multitask, because both players have forces on the map, on other, sides of the map here, and it looks like Shine is doing a pretty decent amount of damage, although, see, he's taking down a couple Templar there, though he doesn't have that many Hydras left in the base, so I'm not sure if he's really going to do that much. He does have a Lurker there that is ranging some of those probes, and it looks like the Obs is going to go down, so that's going to suck for Movie, but Movie hasn't even pulled his probes yet. But what's going on with the rest of the force? Movie's force out there is just posturing. It looks like he might go in for a counter. No probes at the main, though. Actually, Lurker getting dropped down there, so Shine's multitasking maybe a little better than I thought, and Shine now bringing his force back. As long as he can hold against this huge Protoss ball, he's going to be in a good position. Again, just crazy back and forth from both players. This is the play I kind of expected to see. Both players evenly matched. And again, Shine lost all of his Maelstrom, and it looks like the Observer does stay alive.
Great storm.
The one single Observer he has, if he can take out that Observer, he's not focusing on the Observer. His Hydras are getting stormed, and I don't think Shine's going to be able to hold this as long as there's storms in those Templar, which there are. A bunch of Hydras going down, another good storm. That is a large Protoss ball. Shine is definitely going to be hard pressed here. If he can survive this, he's done a good deal of economic damage to Movie. Movie right now, at least he wasn't mining for a while because of the Lurkers that Shine dropped in there. You can see he's just now pretty much getting the probes back, but this is a death blow of Protoss units. I don't think that Shine can hold that off.
Yeah, I totally agree. There was about 30 seconds ago, I was thinking that with all the damage done in his base, Movie was going to be down and out. But I think that Movie, with that pivotal Maelstrom, able to clean up his base, had enough observers out on the field at that time. And I don't know if he still has that one right there. I'm not sure if he has the observer here. But, boy, if he can take out this lair, it is pretty much over. There's another attempt at a drop here with a small force. I think at this point, Movie is making enough units in his base to be able to fend this off. Wow, pouring into the main of Shine. Shine going to go for one last-ditch attack here, and I think if Movie just has a couple Templar on his base able to fend that off, he is going to be able to come away with this game. And, oh, wow, tons of Unsunkens going down as well in that base to try to fend off against those two Reavers, but those two Reavers are also very powerful. Here's the drop coming in here. How much damage can this drop do? It looks like the Movie is going to lose his Stargate as well. He does not have very many units, and both players just at each other's throats here. It looks like Movie has moved back, so Movie does not have enough units in his base to be able to defend this, so Shine might be able to sway things back with this drop.
Well, I think Movie's just moving towards the third. I don't think he's pushing back. Yeah, you can see his forces going up there.
Oh, I see. You're right.
Movie has, in my opinion, a big enough force to win the game, even if it's an elimination battle. That's just not enough Hydras, and yeah, even a couple Storms can take out those Hydras or one Reaver. Yeah, even if Shine kills off the whole the whole main of Movie, he's not going to be able to do any damage to that natural, and Shine has a bigger army. If he could take all those gateways out, that could be relatively significant.
Pylons.
But if you just even look at the sides, 33 versus 90, the standing army for Movie is just so much bigger than Zero's that, I mean, even if Movie were to go build a pylon somewhere, he could probably finish off Shine. So I really think that this game's pretty much over. But Shine is not gonna, he's not gonna give up that easily. I mean, this is the semifinals. This is an opportunity of a lifetime to make it to the finals and lose against Flash. It's a pretty big opportunity. So definitely that could be the spot on your career. But and Amito's coming in here, do snipe off the Reaver. Oh, and again getting side-stormed a little bit. These Sunkens can hold for a little bit if he can take out that Reaver. I think there's one Reaver left. Oh, and a Maelstrom on the Mutos, so Mutos are not going to be able to hit the Reaver. I don't think there is even, I don't know if there is even another Reaver. It looks like he's just powering through his Zealots and Dragoons. So yeah, that's going to be it. There's GG from Shine. Man, not looking too good for Shine. 2 games. That game was a little bit longer, but 2 games where really Movie just showed that he can hold off anything that Shine has and is just a stronger player overall in terms of, you know, multitasking and macroing up, and also just decision making. You know, he
right.
harassed when he needed to harass to keep Shine in his base. Even that little outfit of Zealots he sent out in the beginning to Shine's third base, it didn't do that much. But again, I think a lot of those are a big delay tactic as well, just to get a bigger army and just kind of dwindle down the Zerg a little bit so the Zerg doesn't hit critical mass. So I think, I mean, it was really good decision, pretty good decision making by Movie that whole game. And honestly, both games he's shown that he's just a little edge better than Shine, and that's all you need to win a best of 5.
All right, moving on to game 3.